Hey, what's going on, guys? Scott Russell, UFO Unlimited. I'm going to share with you an experience I had when I was 5 years old. It's something that's recently came to light. As you know, if you've been following the channel, I started interviewing ufologists, authors, experiencers. My first interview was with Preston Dennett, and we were talking about all his fascinating books. He's over 25 books he's written. When we had our interview, I shared with him some of my UFO sightings, and I told him I see these things all the time, right? You'll have to excuse me. I'm down in the bunker here, dressed up because it's cold in the basement. So I don't always wear the same clothes, if you're wondering. This is just kind of my go-to. It's got, fur lining, and I'm always cold. So, when I was 5 years old, living in Chicago on a street called Cullum, and one night I know I was around 5 because we moved. I talked to my dad earlier. He said we moved somewhere in mid-1977 out to Hanover Park from Chicago. So I knew I was 5-ish when this happened. I didn't see an alien. What I saw, I don't know what it was. So I'm sleeping, it's the middle of the night, and I wake up just out of the blue, and I feel pretty wide awake, and something is calling me. I not out loud. I just knew I had to go downstairs. I don't remember why, but I did wake up. I was awake. It wasn't sleepwalking. I'm not a sleepwalker. I asked my parents, did I ever sleepwalk? They said no. But this one night, I wake up out of the blue, have this urgent feeling that I need to go downstairs. So I walked down. We had a pretty big flight of stairs. It's a small house, but 2 levels, but the stairs were, just one flight, pretty big. So I walk down and I get to the living room, and the best I can remember, there was some kind of dark figure there, like a shadow. I couldn't make out any facial features or really any kind of full body shape. Although as a kid, I just kind of assumed it was a person, I think. But anyways, I sort of get summoned down by this entity, I'm just gonna call it. And I walk down the stairs and I see it, and I kind of get about halfway up to it. And we had some sort of interaction, some sort of conversation, if you will. I remember it starting off very pleasantly, even though I was kind of, I think, a little bit, nervous. I didn't really know what was going on, but at the same time, I wasn't scared. I felt like I had power, whatever that means. So I'm talking to this thing, and at some point, I can't remember how long it lasted, probably about 2 or 3 minutes. At some point, my mother probably hears me talking, and she comes down the stairs. I could hear her coming, and right before she gets to the bottom of the stairs, this thing just gone. And she's like, what are you doing down here? I don't remember exactly what she said. I was like 5 years old. And again, this is a memory that has recently come to light after my interview with Preston Dennett. He really got me thinking, like, maybe I am some sort of contactee or abductee, and I just really have no recollection of it. So it just got me thinking. I'm not saying I am. I've never seen an alien or been on a spaceship. I don't have any missing time. Although, if there's anyone that should have ever been abducted, it's me, because I've been in close proximity to about 4 or 5 of these ships, and for whatever reason, they don't like me enough to take me, I guess. But I had this conversation or something with this entity, and I remember I was getting mad. I guess I didn't like the direction of the conversation, where it was going. I think maybe my best guess, I just thinking back on it, I have a feeling that it wanted me to go with it. And that's kind of where I said, no, I'm not going anywhere with you. I think that's what it was. That's my best guess. So I asked my mother if she remembers that. She has no recollection of that at all, which may or may not be odd. I don't know. I didn't even remember it until a couple of weeks ago, really. I think by maybe less than that. It was more like a week ago. The first memory I remembered was I used to have nightmares while we were living in that house too. It would always be, I don't remember the number of spiders, tarantulas rather. I'm guessing anywhere from 2 to 4. I'd have this recurring nightmare where these like 3.5 foot tarantulas would come in my room, and they would take me underneath the house where it was all sandy, and it didn't really make any sense because we didn't have a basement or anything. We had a little tiny porch in the corner of one of the houses, and I assume that's where they would take me, but it didn't look like that. It looked more like just a big like square of sand, and they'd all kind of gather around me, and by the time they got too close, I'd wake up and just be scared out of my mind. I had that dream. I can't even put a number on it, but I'm going to guess somewhere between 5 and 10 times the exact same dream. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's just the child's imagination, but recurring dreams, the same dream, is got to be a sign of something, right? The only other thing I remember as far as dreams go is when we moved to Hanover Park, the nightmares continued. I would always have this recurring dream where I'd get up. My brother and I once again shared a room. We had bunk beds. I would get up out of my bed from my sleep, crawl down the little ladder, and go to the closet and open up the closet, and then there'd be some guy in there that would jump out at me. Scared the crap out of me. I had that dream over and over and over. The one other thing that happened to me, which was really kind of strange, I was on the top bunk, and I guess I was old enough to not need the railing or whatever, right? I was having one of those nightmares where I get up and I open the closet and the guy jumps out at me. And I got so scared, I guess I was moving around in my sleep, and I fell off the top bunk onto the floor and made this huge crash sound. But I wasn't hurt, so I just went back to sleep. I was trying to go back to sleep. I just thought I'd stay there. And, my dad heard it. I guess it woke him up. And he came in my room, or our room, my brother and I. And I don't remember exactly. He was kind of mad at me, like, what the hell's going on? And, get back in bed. What are you doing on the floor? And I fell. Like, why didn't you get back in bed? I said, I don't know. I was comfortable. But yeah, the entity thing, the tarantulas, the recurring nightmares, I don't know what it all means, but it got me thinking, if anyone else has had experiences like this, where they woke up and talked to some sort of dark entity. I'm not saying it was a dark as in demon. It was just a dark figure. I couldn't make it out. It was humanoid shaped, but and it was too tall to be like it's like a normal adult size apparition or whatever you want to call it. Those are really the strangest paranormal kind of things that have happened to me in my youth. There have been more since I got older. I'll save those for later, but really the entity that I talked to, has anyone ever had that happen to them? I'd really like to know. And the tarantula dream, another one. And share your ghost stories with me. That'd be cool. I did live a little bit later in life at my aunt's place after she passed, and I will tell you that she was still there. She was still there. I felt it the first night I was there, the second night. Eventually my wife moved in, my now wife moved in with me, and she woke up one night and said, I could feel her like standing over me, staring at me. And at any time we woke up in the middle of the night, went to the kitchen for something, man, were we creeped out. You could just feel it, I don't really remember if anything else, like there weren't any moving objects or anything like that. You could just feel her presence. So anyway, that's today's video. Please hit subscribe, and we'll do this again soon. Take care. I appreciate all of you who are subscribed to the channel, and I'm getting some really good feedback so far, so I hope you will continue to support the channel. And the best way to do that, just hit subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, maybe a comment. That's all good stuff. I'm not going to do Patreon. I'm not going to make a website. I'm not going to try to make money off this stuff. I just want subscribers so I can get better guests. That's what it's all about. I'm fine financially. I'm not rich, but I live. I don't need much. I don't need much. I need a cell phone and the internet. That's about it, So, and my guitars. So, hit subscribe and we'll talk later, all right? Thanks for listening. Peace out.